No.
Musical. Hi, you guys. This is Michelle, and we're here at SoulTopia, and I am with my dear friend Kota Lawrence.
How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm here.
So Dakota's in town for his gallery tomorrow, which is Saturday, from 7:30 to 8:30 here at SoulTopia. He's actually also doing readings tomorrow morning, but he's sold out completely tomorrow. So he's agreed to add some readings on Sunday. He still has a couple of spots left for those. So you can call the store starting tomorrow morning at 11 if you would like to book a personal or private reading with Dakota.
Yeah.
But we do still have a few spots left for the gallery also tomorrow night from 7:30 to 8:30. It's a really busy time of year, you know, like with spring break and all the things that are going on. But we have a really good show for you. Here's what I love about Dakota shows, and we've got some people here that have been to Dakota shows. It's funny, okay? Like really, it's uncensored. I try
it's
to
definitely uncensored.
I try to censor
tried
you a little bit,
but it didn't work.
It typically doesn't work.
No.
So if you have any problem with a couple of, you know, little F-bombs being dropped, then
Well,
you're kind of careful with the F-bombs, though, aren't you?
Yeah, well, and it was actually Teal, who's come to your shop before, the wonderful Teal Gray. We were doing an event together down in Thibodaux, and someone said to Teal that you're the Barbara Walters of psychics. And I'm like, oh, what am I? And she goes, oh, you're totally Joan Rivers. And it's appropriate. And I take it.
I thought you were the Barbara Walters and the Joan Rivers. Because you make everybody cry.
No, yeah, but I'm more tacky.
Yeah, but you do make people cry. He asked me, I had a reading today, and he said, did you make her cry? And I was like, no, she made me cry.
It's not a good job unless you have tears. Tears make for good TV, Michelle.
So, I wasn't filming TV then. But
You're always
anyway.
filming TV.
Yeah.
Always.
So, I was going to ask you, you know, yesterday was International Women's Day, right? So, Dakota put me after his mom. I think I was number 2.
You were high up there.
I was high up there as one of the people that he cares about as a female. And I'm being serious. I really appreciated that.
Oh. Well, it's true, though.
Thank you
It's
so
true,
much.
though. I mean, and it's one of those things that, you know, and I've said it before. I've said it actually. Teal had me on her show about Unity Fest next week. And I mean, I admire you. You know, you had your successful career in law, walking away from that to open up this shop and to give back to people like you have. I mean, I think that's really admirable.
Well, thank you. And so we think really highly of Dakota. We always call him our Diva Dakota.
That's true.
I love him very much, though. I'll tell you, and I will say it every time I talk about Dakota, you guys know this is true, that he is, just like me, pretty high maintenance.
I'm not high maintenance. I am
Yeah, you are.
definitive in the things that I want.
He's high maintenance.
He's high maintenance.
But he's got the best heart. He'll try to hide it sometimes, but it is there. You have a really, really
It's like the
good heart.
Grinch. It just gets bigger on Christmas. That's it. That's it.
He's always there for me when I need him, even when it's like 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate
Or
it.
whenever I call you, I'm like, what is it? What do you mean? I'm like, you're jacking up my oar. What do you want? How'd you know?
So now that doesn't mean that anybody can just call him, but we just have that thing.
Well, they can for the low rate of, no.
So, tell us a little bit about, just briefly,
Okay.
probably, and here, you guys, we are in the store and we're still open, so everybody feel free to shop. Tell us
Can I do a half price sale all of a sudden?
Don't. What are you going to put on half price?
Everything.
What are they going to buy for half price?
Everything's half off.
I don't know, Roger.
Nope.
Look at it. I'll buy 2. Oh, yeah! All right.
Dakota was making up the difference, I guess.
No.
So,
No.
all right. So tell me how you got into this business.
Oh God, that's not a brief story.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that it's been. Then you're gonna
Okay.
think how it's gonna be short, but I am gonna
Okay.
tell you this. What I told my intuitive class last night. Whether you are a seasoned intuitive, you do this professionally, or whether you've never been to a mediumship gallery, let's call it a mediumship. He does mediumship, but he'll answer any question you have, actually. Dakota has been in this business a really, really, really long time. Not only
16 years.
is he entertaining, but he's actually extremely accurate in his readings and very compassionate. Even though he's funny, he will be very compassionate to you, so don't be scared to come. But I would tell
I
you,
love that addendum. Don't be scared.
well,
No.
some people are scared of mediums a little bit. They're
Yeah,
scared of
and I
what
think
they're
that
gonna
people-
be set out in front of a lot of people.
I think people would misconstrue what it is.
Yeah.
You
So
know, it
how'd you get
happens.
into this?
Well, I was raised in an intuitive household. So the whole psychic world, the whole intuitive world was so second nature for me that I didn't realize it was different. In February of 2001, I actually have a long, drawn-out story. I'm going to condense it down.
Yeah,
In
'cause you'll
February
probably
of
tell tomorrow
01,
night.
yeah, I'll probably
Yeah.
talk tomorrow night. So if you want to hear the whole story, come to my show.
Teaser!
Exactly. This is a teaser trailer. It all happened when? One day. No, but it was in February 2001. I had a dream about 9/11, and then when 9/11 happened, that was when I realized that not everybody was intuitive. And that was when I decided
How old were
that
you then?
I was a
Seriously.
freshman in high school.
Yeah.
I was 15.
So it's pretty shocking to have that, and then it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was,
Have
and
that
I mean,
vision.
and it was, it was one of those things that I didn't realize it was different. Because I was an only child, so I was raised around, my mom and grandmother both raised me. So I didn't realize that this world was different until then, because most of my friends were adult friends, being an only child.
Right. So, you know what? Roger and I were talking about a vision that I had the other night. You know what it was?
What?
Well, I had it about, how long? About a year ago?
Me winning the lottery?
No, it's even so much more exciting than that. Do you know what it is, Roger?
Which one?
The one where I was told to collect ashtrays.
Oh, no. That was like 3 years ago.
Like ashtrays?
3 years ago.
Antique ashtrays. So
3
I
years
was
ago.
traveling and I was...
I just had this vision. I was supposed to collect antique ashtrays.
So I was
So,
being nice. I bought a
He
bunch.
bought all these antique ashtrays for me, and then I had another vision that said, nah. You don't know what to do with that, do you?
You know, and what was funny was on the drive over here, I had my Pandora on, and the Rolling Stones' Wild Horses came on. And all I could hear was you singing Wild Orchids. in my
I
head.
thought it was wild orchids. Yep,
But you ruined that song for me now.
forever.
Because all I hear is
Forever.
wild orchids. I'm like, and how could a wild orchid drag someone away? Like, I just picture, like, Seymour, like, Little Shop of Horror. Like, this orchid just coming after, like, grabbing
Orchids can
dragging
do
them.
it. It depends on what kind of like vision you're having. So seriously,
That's
I was
called
kind of
peyote,
playing with.
Michelle.
I know. I was kind of playing with y'all about my vision. I did have that vision, and think about it. If people would stop smoking, then ashtrays would be vintage, and then if I have them all and I collect them, I would be really smart. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't. He didn't get me. And
But
Roger,
if
that's where you're
nobody
supposed to go.
uses it-
OMG.
Oh, my God, Michelle.
Yeah. You know what Roger uses them? Roger uses them for saging now to collect.
Yes, I use them for saging,
But
burning
if everybody
incense.
quit
Yes.
smoking, then there'd be no need for the ashtray.
That's why it'd be antiques.
But it'd be
And worth
antique
a
and
lot.
worthless.
They're already
Nobody
antique,
uses
but
it.
no-
No, they're. Do y'all not get that?
I get it.
I get it.
I
Thank
We
get
you.
it,
all
Michelle.
get it for you.
I get it. I really
All right.
do.
So who else
But
has
it's
a
your
quick question for
employees that are
Dakota?
agreeing with you.
Somebody
They're
have
going
a
to
qu-
agree with you.
They're my friends.
But they're your employees. You signed the check.
Who else has? What question do you have for Dakota? I've got one.
Okay.
Tell us about your hair.
Well, I got time. Okay, so it's no secret. I put a little bit of weight. I got to lose it. But my
You just
short,
told us how to
spiky.
say
I know,
that.
but I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I do what I do. You know that. And I realized that the short, spiky hair, I look like a pineapple. So I had to retire the short, spiky hair for the time being because I had a pineapple-esque look. So, and we already have one orange person who need to go and have a pineapple too. So, I'm like, okay, I'm not running for politics, so I gotta retire the pineapple.
I don't know. It might be a good. Would y'all vote
And-
for him? I would.
I would.
I would totally.
At least
Yeah,
he's
but-
honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
Could you imagine the debate?
Oh, it'd be funny.
It'd be so, it wouldn't like Jimmy Kimmel's unnecessary censorship. It wouldn't be unnecessary with
And
my
you know what?
debate.
I'd support you, and I would like to put ashtrays with your picture on it. I'm trying to tie it
But
back.
anyway, back to the hair
Nikki's
story.
looking at me like, oh
well,
my
I wanted to grow
God.
it out.
I know what you're doing.
Well, I wanted to grow it out, and then now that it's grown out, I realize I have really fine hair. Like I have a lot of hair, but it's fine to where it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
and I can't make it do anything. So now I'm just like, screw it, I don't care.
So like when we were in New Orleans, I saw him and I was so glad to see him, and I did a man bun and it was really cute, but he didn't like it.
No, it wasn't.
He's like, don't touch my hair.
No, you can touch the hair. Well, but then we also, and I took you to my favorite daiquiri place too. And then you kept on touching my hair after that. You're like, I just love your hair. And I'm like, I'm glad, Michelle.
His favorite daiquiri place, let me just warn you, don't go.
Well, it's because it's the strongest one there, and I had extra shots put in it. Did you enjoy it?
I can't remember.
Then it was good.
Hey, y'all don't let him kid you. He doesn't remember either.
Oh, I remember. I'm just not going to talk about it on Facebook Live. But I definitely remember. We just don't talk about that on Facebook Live.
So we have this weekend, tomorrow night, you guys come, 7:30 for the gallery. It's from 7:30 to 8:30. And then if you want a reading, make sure you call tomorrow because I'm sure those will sell out. The ones for Sunday, the Saturday ones are already sold out. Mm-hmm. And then the next weekend, we have Unity Fest. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Unity Fest, we're going to the 7th year now. I started there in year 1, and the woman that organized it was a lady named Becca. And then Becca moved to Florida. And then she's like, well, Unity Fest is going to, go away with me. I'm like, well, it can't. And she's like, well, who's going to take it over? And then being a glutton for punishment, I'm like, oh, I'll do it. But truthfully, the reason why I kept it on is it's a charity event for the Dallas Battered Women's Foundation.
Okay, so I just have to interject that if there's no other reason to buy a ticket, even if you can't come, I'm serious. I'm totally serious. Even if you can't come, y'all know that's my cause. If you know me at all, it's domestic violence. So the tickets are how much?
It's $20 for general admission, and it's $50 for VIP.
I'm telling you.
And VIP includes my show.
And just to come see Dakota, to come see all the great vendors. I'll tell you a second about the vendors. But seriously, even if you're like, I can't go out of town, we would love a donation or by buying the tickets because that's the way it could be tracked.
That's how the event is able to keep going too. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not cheap to put on an event like this.
So, yeah.
And and it's one of those things that 100% of all the money raised, also because we do a charity, raffle,
yeah.
and then a charity auction. And then my good friend Kevin Sochet from TitanicItems.com, he has had a Titanic exhibit at the Ronald Reagan Museum there in California, and his Titanic exhibit is now going to the National Geographic Museum.
Oh, cool.
And he's donated
we have two pieces of that.
And he's donated 2 pieces this year for the auction of actual Titanic deckwood.
That's so cool, you guys.
So you can come to the event and actually, help out a charity and own a piece of actually the Titanic.
And if you have something that you might want to donate, you can get in touch with us here at SoulTopia too. If you have something that you might want to donate to the raffle to raise money for such a great cause. Some of the speakers there are going to be...
We've got Till Gray, of course. Mark Foltz is coming in from Tennessee. He's flying in for the event.
What does he do? What is his...
His lecture is actually going to be really neat. It's called Psychic Worm Stitch. And what it is how science and the psychic ability are already intertwined.
Oh, cool.
And then I named your class this year.
I love the name of it.
Which was Rock Yourself to Protect Yourself.
I love it.
So
I came up with that.
Awesome.
No, I
didn't.
That was all me.
So that's my class, and then
And then Teal's doing her Memento Mori class, and she's actually bringing out, it's all about Victorian death customs and then burial customs through the ages, going back thousands of years, and she's actually bringing her Memento Mori collection, which is valued at over $30,000.
Okay, I'm going to have to go to that one.
And it's the first time it's ever been displayed.
I'm going to that one. Did you hear that, Roger? I'm going to that one for sure.
Maybe I'll go to it.
I bought her book on
you read the book, and I'm going to go to the lecture.
It's so good. And so who else? Neil from
Neil
from here.
What's he talking about? Aliens?
Huh? Neil's talking about
aliens.
Aliens? I don't know.
I think so.
Snakes under his house.
Yeah, the snake under his house.
He's talking about his snakes under his house.
And so a lot of people.
Melina's going to be there. Gail Blair will be there. Gail Blair? And I just love her name. I love saying her name.
Yeah.
Like I've called her, I'm like, hey, Gail Blair. She's like, who's this? I'm like, it's Dakota. She's like, oh, hey. I'm like, you should know that whoever goes, hey, Gail Blair.
I can't say that fast.
Gail Blair.
You can't either.
Gail Blair.
Say that 5 times.
Gail Blair, Gail Blair, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I hate you.
See? So that's next weekend, and we'll be going in on Friday night and spending the night. So we'll probably go eat somewhere.
We're going to go
I'll
make you drink another daiquiri, because I know the recipe.
I won't show up the next day.
But it'll be a fun
You
night.
won't show up. So anyway, anything else, you guys?
I'm thinking I want you to show up or not. Because you and your drinking is fun. You start trying to buy everybody stuff. You're like, you need this jacket. I'm like, Michelle, it's $400. I'll buy it for you. No, Michelle,
Look
you're
at
not buying
Roger.
the jacket.
I
stopped her.
Bye, Wendy.
Do you remember what it
was
looked like?
The coolest. Yeah, it was cool.
What did it look like?
RuPaul would have loved it.
What did it look like?
It was all different colors. Like a coat of many colors, like Joseph and his coat of many colors.
Or Dolly Parton.
I was thinking our Dolly Parton.
Or Dolly Parton.
We're right there on that one, like our Dolly
Thank
Parton.
you.
And
Yes.
it was just a black leather.
That is so not true.
It's so true.
No.
It's so true.
Depends on how many dackers you have.
Yeah.
You are,
It was solid. It was just a black leather jacket.
Why didn't you let me buy it? It would have been cool.
Because it was $400.
Thank you, Dakota.
I take commissions and tips, Roger.
Bye,
But no,
Wendy.
it was a cute jacket. Though.
Yeah. Okay.
It just wasn't $400 cute.
Well, we're not going to end on that. So, Mary, what's your question for Dakota? Roger, what's your question for Dakota?
Mary just said, she doesn't love me. I'm washed up now.
That's not true, Dakota.
I know.
I'm not.
Vendors. So
Vendors.
those were a lot of speakers for Unity.
Yes.
We'll end with this. So,
Okay.
some of the we'll be there.
So we have
Soultopia's
such
gonna
an
be there.
interactive crowd here.
So
it's
yeah,
wonderful.
y'all are helping
Yeah.
so much. Okay, so Soultopia will be there. We're sponsoring the event. So is Lisa Chalmers. She's sponsoring the event.
Intermuse. Yeah.
Intermuse is sponsoring.
Rip Crew sponsoring, Starshine Innovations, Vortexes is sponsoring.
Yeah.
I know I'll forget some,
Yeah,
so I don't want to list
so look
all
at
of
the
them.
flyer.
So I'm
They're
just
all
gonna
over
do that. Yes.
Facebook, and then and social media. It was also this event was in. Thank you, shout out to Dallas Yoga Magazine, and then
Mm-hmm. And Dallas Entertainment Journal.
Dallas Entertainment Journal also had the Unity event in it. So some of the vendors
Yes.
will be there.
Yes, and we have vendors that are book authors. We have readers coming in. We've got a new reader here in the Dallas area that's going to be coming in. Got his name. Oops.
Look at the
but
flyer.
Look at the flyer. And we have, and it's going to be UFO, Bigfoot, cryptozoology, and then it's going to be also, because it was always a paranormal fest, and this year I wanted to bring in the metaphysical. So we've got a lot of Soultopia people coming in. And it's going to be, if you're into Bigfoot, there'll be something there for you. If you're into the metaphysical, there's things there for you. If you're into the paranormal, there's things there for you. If you're into history, like with Teal's lecture,
Love
it's
it.
there for you.
Yeah.
If you're into holistic living and healthier living, we've got Gail
Gail
there. So there's something there for everyone. No matter what you're into, you have something that you enjoy. And we actually have we have 16 speakers, not including myself, there.
That's going to be
'Cause I
awesome.
don't want to count myself. I'm just doing a gallery. I'm not speaking.
You're going to do a panel.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I thought you were.
I was going to, but I booked too many speakers.
But we're gonna have a blast. So you guys come, and again, you can get tickets, or not again, you can get tickets for that here at Soultopia or at the website,
TexasUnityFest.com.
Unity.
TexasUnityFest.com. That's
That-
so difficult to say.
I can't say that or Gail Blair.
Say TexasUnityFest.com.
TexasUnityFest.com.
See? You totally spit on me when you said .com. Why did you spit
That's what I
on
used to
me?
do to juries. I'd be standing right in front of them and we'd start picking them, and I'd be like, my name's Michelle, and I'm Sheaf at the time, and I'd go, Sheaf, and I'd just spit over the whole front row. So, you know how when you go to Blue Man Group and the whole, first 2-3 rows have to wear, have you ever been? We're going to have to go. Have y'all been?
Mm-mm.
You have to wear a poncho. You've been.
I haven't been there, but I've seen that.
You have to wear poncho
Yeah.
because you're in the splash zone. And so for me, the first 3 rows of the jury, when I'm picking a jury, they're in the splash zone because I spit. Yeah. So anyway, he's like, what the?
You made me do this. It wasn't in my contract.
You made me sit in chairs.
And you said you liked it more. It's more comfortable.
No, but my brain.
If we would've
I don't have the flow.
There's no blood
of the
flow
brain.
now.
There's no blood flow to the brain.
But if we had been standing up this entire time, you'd be like, oh, my feet hurt.
No, that was you.
That was you.
But if you would have been standing up the entire time, you're like, oh, my feet hurt.
No. Anyway, come tomorrow night,
7:30.
7:30.
We'll
book
get
your
here before
appointments.
7:30.
Well,
Be here at
just
7.
don't show up right at 7:30 because
Yeah.
he'll call you out, and it's kind
Yep.
of embarrassing.
The show will roll without you. And then I'll
Yeah.
be like, hey,
All right.
how's it going? What you're doing was more important than my show.
He will.
I've
he
done
will
it.
do that. All right. So see you guys later. And Crystal, cheers. Bye.
Bye, y'all.